You're listening to Carolina Forest Panther football on the Carolina Forest Panther Football Network, and it starts right now.
Hello and welcome to Carolina Forest Panther football here on the Carolina Forest Panther Football Network as the Carolina Forest Panthers get ready to take on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs on the road at a very rainy Hank Hester Stadium. My name is Brandon Biskoping. I'll be bringing you all the action tonight, and as usual, my partner in crime, Preston Payne. And Preston, first, before we get to the game itself, let's talk a little bit about what might happen tonight, because it is pouring due to the tropical depression or whatever they're gonna call, whatever they want to call it. I know it's not a full-on tropical storm out there, right, but off the coast, it's raining hard and it's very windy.
So I'll tell you what. So I'll open the show with a little bit of a story. So yep. I'm sitting there and I realize that I don't have a chair. So I don't have a chair in the press box where we're at. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, so maybe they have one across the way. And I'm sitting there and I run across and I am drenched. It is windy, it is rainy, and I pass a few of the football players, specifically I actually passed JJ Chaddock on the way over. And I look at JJ, I was like, well, good luck kicking tonight. He goes, I don't want to be here. And I think that's kind of the not the sentiment of the entire team. Yeah. But as a kicker in this weather, it's got to be bad. Yeah. So I just talked to we got clarification on what the rules would be if, God forbid, lightning strikes in the area. It's a 30-minute delay, so that'll be fun for us to cover that amount of time. Yeah. But then if they decide that it goes past a certain amount of time, then they will just call the game. And no matter what will happen, we will have football. If it gets paused today, we will have football tomorrow.
Yes. So which means that, I mean, you'd have to wonder what kind of crowd you'd get. I mean, there's not much of a crowd here tonight anyway to begin with because of the rain. But you'd have to wonder how much of a crowd you're going to get tomorrow as well, depending upon what time of the day it's played because of college football, too.
Right. So that's one of those things where we were talking about the Goose Creek game last year that was on a Saturday because of the rain.
Surprisingly, decent crowd came out to that.
It was especially for how big their bleachers are. Like their bleachers were pretty big, so it was kind of a mixed
And plus,
crowd.
it was a playoff game, too.
Right.
So, I mean, and if you guys want to, this game is being broadcast on TV tonight on WPDE. Be able to see the game, but put the simulcast of our call on there. We're the better broadcast anyway.
Yeah, we not to toot our own horns, but yeah, I would. Yeah. This game is going to be messy. This game is going to be. It's going to be an old school smash mouth type of game. And so that brings us into the actual game itself. How does this affect the actual game? We already talked about the kicking. North Myrtle Beach's kicker seemed like PATs were going to be fine.
Yeah. But one thing to think about, one thing to take into consideration, looking at the forecast, right now, according to the Weather Channel, it's 18 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Winds. At 7 o'clock, it's going to go up to 19. At 9 o'clock, it goes up to 20. So as the game progresses, as you get closer and closer to crunch time, that wind just intensifies, and it's going to make things even harder, especially if you have a late game moment where you need a field goal.
Well, and here's the other thing. It almost plays out like a TV show. Mm-hmm. It's almost like as the game intensifies more, and as this and that, the setting gets harder. Well, all of a sudden. I'm getting word that the game's canceled.
Really?
They're packing up. Yeah, I'm getting word that the game's canceled.
Wow.
Game canceled.
Tomorrow at 1 p.m.
Tomorrow at 1.
Wow. Okay, so game has already been called. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, this game will be played. I mean,
I don't blame them.
I don't blame them at all either. So yeah, I guess just post on Twitter, just letting people know that the game has already been called.
Wow.
We will talk to you guys tomorrow. I guess then. So this game already called off for the night due to the weather, and this game will be played tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm glad that Coastal played yesterday. That way I don't have a super crazy day tomorrow.
We will see you tomorrow at 1.
Yes, we will talk to you guys tomorrow. I wonder what that does though, and we'll ask them after we get off the air and maybe post on the Twitter about it. I wonder what that does to the TV broadcast. Do they still broadcast the game? Especially considering I would assume that there's a college game on
at
ABC at 1 o'clock.
That is something that we talk about tomorrow.
Yes.
Because tonight you guys got to make sure, if you guys there were a few people that were out here, we wish them safe travels.
Yes.
If you're traveling around, please make it home safely.
Yes.
We will see you tomorrow